Good morning, students of class 9. We will continue our lesson from history, forest society and colonialism. Yesterday we were talking about commercial forestry. We have talked about Dieterich Brandes. He formulated certain rules, and here I have written some more points regarding commercial forestry. Number 1, A. Dieterich Brandes, a German expert. He was invited for advice by the colonial government, and he set certain rules. The local people must be stopped from going into the forest. Grazing has to be stopped. Systematic forestry must be done. The local people must be taught, and so on. We have talked about. Now, number B, he formulated rules. Make rules in 1865. In 1865, he made certain rules, and it was known as Indian Forest Act. Remember this date? 1865. He formulated certain rules in 1865, and it was known as Indian Forest Act. The Imperial Forest Research Institute was set up at Dehradun. After that, an institute was set up at Dehradun. It was called Imperial Forest Research Institute. The name was given Imperial Forest Research Institute. It was set up at Dehradun in 1906. It was set up in 1906. Here in this institute, the students were taught. The system they taught was scientific forestry. There at Dehradun Institute, the students were taught about scientific forestry. Now we should know what do you mean by scientific forestry? We see that in the forest there are various kinds of trees they grow, various kinds of plants they grow, where wild animals thrive and multiply and live. But according to the scientific forestry means to cut down all the trees of the forest and plant only one type of trees, that too in rows. To cut down all trees and plant one type of trees in straight rows for timber production, because Britishers wanted the timber. So in this way, scientific forestry was implemented. So they destroyed the forest and they planted only one type of trees which was used for timber production. So they destroyed the ecological balance. Animals could not survive in this kind of system, scientific forestry, because in the forest various animals eat various type of plants. But in scientific forestry, no such thing or no such environment could exist. Animals could not survive in that. And that too, the trees were planted in rows. How could an animal survive in this type of scientific forestry? It was quite impossible. They destroyed the forest as well as wild animals. Now, they planned how much of the plantation area to cut every year. They planted one plot, and again they planted, the forest was divided into various plots. Every year they managed and they planned how much area must be cut, and the next year how much area has to be cut, and wherever they cut the trees, the place has to be replanted, or the trees have to be replanted in that empty areas. So that was, they cut the trees in rotation so that there will be no shortage of timber for that. So the Forest Act was amended. Amended means to make changes, do some corrections. New laws were added. The Forest Act was amended two times. Once in 1878, it was corrected, or new laws were added there, and the other one, and then in 1927. Twice the Forest Act was amended. According to the Forest Act of 1878, according to that act, forest was divided into three categories. Forest was divided into three categories: reserve forest, protected forest, and village forest. So reserve forest means the trees were preserved. Nobody was allowed to go there. And next one is protected forest. There people were allowed to go and gather fruits or graze animals, but they needed the pass. Every month they had to pay some amount. So in protected forest and village forest, people used to go there and graze there, but there also restrictions was there. So now we'll talk about later on about reserve forest, protected forest, and village forest, and what are the consequences of the Forest Act towards the people of those areas, or the people who live in the forest. We will talk about that, forest society and colonialism. In that we'll talk about it had a severe impact towards the lives of those forest people, according to this Forest Act, which was formulated by Dieterich Brandis, who was invited from Germany for suggestion, and later he was made the Forest Inspector General of India. So that's that much for today. We'll meet in the next class, and we'll continue our lessons. And stay safe, study at home regularly, and you go through this point, you put a pause and take a screenshot, or you can copy the points. It will help you a lot. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video clip.